took a little bit, but we are on our second 2023 draft prospect profiles. Z, take it away on a boy you've been swooning over for a little bit here, Leo Carlsson.
He's a stud. Like, this kid's unbelievable. He scored again today in the SHL. He's producing at over half a point per game, which is like, I think he's second or third right now if he finishes the season at this point per game pace. But like for like most points per game by a draft eligible, I think Elias Lindholm has the record, and he like lit it up. And he went high in his draft. He just gives you a little bit of everything. He's 6'3", he's 200 pounds. He's competent defensively, at least. He's capable of playing physical. It's weird. He's not like the most technical, greatest skater in the world, but he skates well enough. But the offense is just so fun. Like, the hands that he has for a guy his size, like, it just doesn't look like it should be working. But he's just so smooth with puck, the decision making. There's like flashes of really high end playmaking. He's good on the forecheck. Like, he just checks every box really when you're looking at a prospect. And there will be people put him as high as 2. Like, I know people who have him over Fantilli just because I don't really. I think it's probably a little bit of a stretch, but he's neck and neck.
Like, okay, if you like, you don't have to believe this, but sell me on Carlsson over Fantilli. You're a lawyer and you're arguing that your boy should go 2 instead of 3.
Well, I mean, like, Leo Carlsson right now, everything he does translates. Like, and it's a very well-rounded, efficient game. Fantilli can be like super high octane, like a little bit overboard. And sometimes you're like, why the fuck are you in the corner? Like, where are you going? He's trying to kill people. Like, he can be a little bit more out of control and unpredictable. I still think, you look at Fantilli, he's a no shit top 6 center, gives you everything. But Leo Carlsson is just so goddamn reliable. Like, whatever you need in the moment, he can do it. It's really funny too, because like everyone will say, oh no, yeah, he's a center in the National Hockey League. Leo Carlsson is. And it's like, well, he hasn't even played center one time with Orebro, but I'm in the same boat though. Like, everything he does translates to being a really good top 6 center. Like, his absolute floor is a high production 3C. Like, he's just a stud. And again, you look at this, like, the combination of the size and skill and the hockey IQ, it's off the chart. So like, I would probably still have Fantilli above him or before him, but it's definitely not like if he goes 2, I'd be like, yeah, that's a good pick there. And I mean, he could come over and play next year, no problem. Whenever they open up Calder betting, I will be hammering Leo Carlsson for sure. And again, like, what he's doing,
he goes to.
I don't care. What he's doing, and again, what he's doing right now in the SHL is like mind blowing. Like, that's not supposed to happen. Like, you look like, I look at Fabian Lysell for the Bruins. A lot of people had him top 10. He slipped for whatever reason. I think he had like 3 points in the SHL total. Usually they're playing like 4 to 8 minutes a game on the 4th line. He's either in that top 6 or on the 3rd line. He's playing like 14 to 20 minutes a game on a good Orebro team, like not a bottom feed or like not a last place team. And he's a main cog in that offense. He's on their first power play unit. And again, like, I think there's room for him to grow defensively, and just like a few changes to his skating could unlock even a little bit more playmaking and more defensive ability. I think he's a little bit upright at times, whatever. And again, you're looking at a kid who just like screams NHL center, and he's just so translatable. So I am a massive Leo Carlsson fan. He's probably my first or second favorite in this draft. And whatever team, like, if you're picking at 4, you're just sitting there like, I can't lose. Like, right. Someone's going to slip. Either Fantilli, Michkov, or Carlson's going to slip here. And this is fantastic, because those are all guys that would have been challenging for first overall last year. No question.
Right now, Vancouver's pacing to be in that group of 4. Can you imagine him lining up behind Elias Pettersson?
Oh, yeah, no,
that would be bonkers.
I wouldn't hate it for sure.
So are you at the point, though? Are you pretty convinced that you're picking Carlsson before Michkov if you're sitting at 3?
I guess it really does depend on the team. Like, I think if I'm San Jose and I'm picking at 3, Michkov is literally the perfect pick. Like,
That I get that. Yeah.
So it really does depend on the team. If you're Arizona, Michkov. Like,
Sure.
any team that's not going to be really like concerned about waiting for the Michkov contract, because he's going to come over. Like, he's not going to not come over.
Right. It's still the wait though, for sure.
Yeah, and again, there's variables. No matter who, I guess there is. There's always, it's going to be up in the air for whatever team. But I mean, Carlsson has the size. He's a center when he comes over, probably. Plays a very translatable game, and there's just like so few flaws. Like, Michkov is like, the talent level is outrageous. Not the best skater. He's undersized. Some of his habits are up and down, but the talent level is on this. Like, everyone's talking about Bedard. Like, Michkov is playing on the worst fucking hockey team of all time, and so they went 23 games without a win. It's unbelievable. And he's still producing. Like, the kid, put him in the WHL, and he would be eviscerating the WHL right next to Bedard. You put him in college hockey, he's eviscerating college hockey, just like Fantilli.
So if
no matter where you put him,
if he's not Russian, do you still think there's a conversation to be had between him and Bedard at number 1?
Yeah, of course. Like, I think Bedard did things at the World Juniors too that just like, I mean, I was like, yeah, okay. If any doubt that we may have had, whatever. I mean, I guess it's impossible to say because there's just so much unknown. But like, again, before this whole shit with Russia and Ukraine went down, before all that, like, it was like, it's Michkov or Bedard. Like, let's see who comes out on top. I forget, I think it was 2-3 years ago. They're both underages. I think it was at the U18s. I can't remember. But I mean, Michkov destroyed him. Like, destroyed it. Outproduced them. Shine. Like, so in terms of pure talent level, like, they're right there. They're right next to each other. It's just there's so many more variables, obviously, with the Russian factor, the contract, whatever.
Right. I get it.
So there's conversation we had, but like, depending on the team, if you're looking at Carlsson versus Michkov, like, there's reasonable debate there too, just because, again, like, everything that Carlsson does, it's like NHL habits, like, whatever, center, size, all that. Michkov's just a high scoring winger. The defense is can be hit or miss. But the talent level is just like, the vision, the playmaking, the shot is a joke. So that's, you're making a decision there. But, I think if you're a team and they're tied, you're probably just going to go Carlsson because he'll be coming over next year. But again, there's plenty of teams too where it's like, no, we're fine waiting for that Michkov. Like, we have a lot of shit we got to deal with in the meantime anyways. San Jose, you probably want all of those contracts out. They got a couple high-end prospects that they're coming up to. So like, that's like a perfect landing spot for a kid like Michkov for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now we're pretty locked that we know 2 through 4, just not sure what order. How do you
Michkov could slip, dude. Like, again, just so situationally. Like, it really depends on the situation. I have a hard time, and I love guys like Zach Benson. I love guys like Will Smith. I love other guys that are pushing for the top 5.
Where's Dvorsky? Is he in that mix?
Slipping. He's slipping big. I still love Dvorsky. I just watching him, I don't necessarily know if he's going to be a guy that's going to like drive the bus on a line. I think he's not flashing as much, playmaking, kind of passenger at times, really to the outside more than usual. But the shots there, like, I think if he's on a line with really talented players, he can be a very, very, very good complementary piece. I still think he's a very good NHL guy. Like, I like him a lot, but I'm still probably higher on him than some other people. Like, I know smart scouting, I'm for sure, we have a draft meeting coming up, and I will for sure be the highest on Dvorsky. Like, he's slipping for a lot of them. But I think with Dvorsky though, like, he might not end up being the most exciting NHL player, but a very effective, very good one at that. And I still like him a lot. I think he can be a center for sure. If he's a center, he's probably a 3C. But I do love Dvorsky still, even though he is slipping. But but like what we were just saying though, as much as I love those guys that are pushing top 4, top 5, I have a really hard time not taking Michkov over a kid like Zach Benson or Will Smith, whoever up, like Oliver Moore, or whoever is going to be pushing in for that spot.
Fair enough.
So yeah, Leo Carlsson, stud.